Thanks for joining me today on this week's session of our live weekly coach video chat session. My name's Rich Allen, your business coach. It's a great Wednesday, and I hope your week's going well. Thanks for tuning in today. I wanted to spend a minute today with you. After being off a week or so, I was out on spring break with my family. And I had a great experience that I wanted to share with you today in a session that I'm going to call today The Power of Purpose. The Power of Purpose. And I want to share a story with you about my experience over spring break that I think you might find to be a powerful, thought-provoking message for your business. Over the spring break, I decided, we decided as a family that we would go on a mission trip. Now, I don't know if you've been on a mission trip before. We've been on a couple, but they've been here stateside. We took a trip this time to Haiti, the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere, and arguably one of the poorest situations and most devastating situations perhaps in the entire world. 90 miles away from some of the most pristine, gorgeous beaches in the Caribbean, Haiti is much a different place. Wrecked with a terrible government for many, many years, followed by a devastating earthquake back in the year 2010, pounded by vicious storms virtually every year. The country is just ravaged. And I got to tell you, I've seen some cases of poverty in my life. Nothing ever like what we experienced there. We were there for a week with an organization called Healing Haiti. So we went with a group of about 14 other people. And our job during the week was simply to care for, give comfort to, and take care of many of the Haitian people who frankly had little to nothing to speak of. As far as to the point where many of them didn't even have water to even sustain themselves throughout the week. Our week was filled with just gut-wrenching experiences. We spent one day in this place called Cité Soleil, which is probably the largest and poorest slum in the world. Absolutely incredible, and all we did there was simply deliver free water to people who were desperate for just a 5-gallon bucket of water. On another day, we spent time with the sick and dying children, just comforting them, giving them some care and attention that they desperately needed. Another day, we did the same thing with sick and dying adults, many of whom were in their late teens, early 20s, most of them younger than you or I, probably in their early 40s at most, dying of AIDS and other diseases. Our job was simply to go in and massage their feet, comfort them, pray with them, and hopefully give them a little bit of comfort in their dying days. We then spent some time with at a new village that's coming out of the ground called Grace Village. It's a self-contained orphanage, school, and learning center for Haitians in this small town of Tétanier, a place where for years it had been a place where executions had occurred, and so there's a lot of spiritual garbage in the town and a lot of witchcraft and witch doctors and that going on. But the organization, Healing Haiti, had built out of that ground, they're building a new Haiti, if you will, a new village. And the message here is a powerful one from the founders of the organization of Healing Haiti. It's actually a friend of mine from Minnesota that I had met about 10 years ago, Jeff and Alan. They had owned a printing company in in the Twin Cities area and had gone to Haiti on a mission trip themselves many years ago, and were just convicted by what they saw and made a decision that they needed and wanted to do something to make a difference. But they were stuck in their printing business. So Jeff, after a long time of thought on this, made a bold decision to ask a relative, I think it was a nephew, to come in and run his printing business while he and his wife went over and set up a non-for-profit to help the folks in Haiti. And he told his nephew that he wanted him to run the business, but he was going to change the business model so that 50% of the profit from every printing job would funnel directly into their non-for-profit. Now that's a bold move, but it was one, he didn't know where it was going to lead, but he decided that was what his contribution was going to be. And his nephew took that and ran with it. He used that in his marketing campaigns. In fact, he changed the name of the company to Print for Change and marketed his company basically saying, look, you're going to get your printing done somewhere. Why not do it with a company who has a purpose to dedicate half of the profits of the company to these folks who are in desperate need of our help? And as you might imagine, the printing business took off, which generated a lot of profits and flowed a lot of resources into their Healing Haiti not-for-profit. And they were off and running. So over the last several years, Jeff and his wife, who has now since died, she died of breast cancer several years ago, but Jeff has been building her legacy and working the nonprofit to the point that he has actually built a community in the town of Tetanye, where he now has, on a 5-acre plot, he's built 2 dormitories where he now holds and basically houses 48 orphaned Haitian kids. He's built a school where he now has classrooms from K through 9th grade, and 300 to 400 kids from the town, from the village, now come to school there every day. He's built the largest playground in Haiti, so they have a very nice place for kids to play and come be together and get out of the madness and the poverty of their little village. He's building a clinic, so he'll have medical and dental facilities available for the folks in the village. In one section of Grace Village, he's built he put 5 large tanks that hold fish, so he can put 300 fish in each tank. He grows them up into good-sized fish, so he essentially is growing his own tilapia. And the fish poop is recycled through a filtering system that goes into an aquaponics series of beds where he raises vegetables. So he's got rows and rows of vegetables that are growing on top, floating on top of water, that where the vegetables are feeding the fish and the fish are feeding the vegetables. And then he's inviting the folks in town to come up and harvest a section of the vegetables with the agreement that if they come in and do this, they get to keep 1/3 of that for themselves. 1/3 of what they harvest will stay in the village for the orphan kids, and 1/3 they can take to market and sell. So they're creating this business cycle. They've also built some outdoor baking ovens, so that, again, townspeople can come in, they can use the ovens for a period of time to bake their breads and cakes and doughs and whatever, with the same arrangement that 1/3 of it stays with the orphan, a 1/3 can be used for their personal use, and 1/3 they can take to market. So he's building his economies in this village. He's also surfaced one section of the Grace Village, and he's about to lay down AstroTurf on what will be the only turfed soccer field in Haiti, where he can do soccer clinics, have soccer camps, and do soccer tournaments to provide that for the kids and the people of the town. You see, he's taken his business and he's turned it into a powerful engine, if you will, for this passion that he had. The passion to do some good work in Haiti has driven him to use his business as the engine. And it's a powerful message. I came away from there absolutely blown away. I've known for years, and I've heard it said in, you hear the book knowledge that says people are more likely to do business with you if you have a purpose for your business. But I've never seen it played out in real life, and not to this magnitude. This was impressive beyond belief. He's impacting hundreds and hundreds of people who are less fortunate, and at the same time, his business is growing like never before. And it makes me stop and pause and ask the question, what am I doing? How am I taking advantage of that myself? Am I building something that's bigger than me? And it also makes me ask the question, what about you? What about your business? Are you leveraging a passion, a purpose that is bigger than you, and can you use your business to fund that? This isn't necessarily a growth strategy. It's not a marketing technique. I'm not talking about playing games with your marketing or playing games with people to get them to buy from you. What I'm talking about is you identifying that's something that's bigger than you, that others could get excited about, that you can fuel through your business. The power of passion, the power of having a purpose greater than yourself is what I'm talking about here. And I found it to be compelling. I found it to be exciting. The people I met were energized about it. And I know that Jeff, the guy that founded this, and his wife that's no longer with us, got up every day totally excited, totally fired up, because they knew that their good work in their business was going to generate even better work for somebody that needed it more than them. So my challenge for you this week is, what's your passion? What's your purpose? It may be clean water. It may be something in Africa. It may be something about pets or animals. It may be something right in your hometown. It might be a local community or charity or activity. Doesn't matter. Whatever it is that lights you up is what matters. But if you could find that and then structure your business in some way so that it funds and feeds that, you'll be blessed. Your business will be blessed. And the people that you touch through your giving will be blessed like never before. Is that worth thinking about this week? Is that worth spending some time in thoughtful prayer about whether that makes sense for you? I know it does for me. And I'm in the middle of doing that myself. And I would ask that you give that some thought this week as well. If you've got questions about that, if you've got some concerns or ideas about that, and you'd just like to bounce them off of somebody, please call me. I'd love nothing more than to chat with you about that, because I'm convicted to work with people who have that at their core, who want to do something bigger than just fatten their wallet, to give something back, to do something for those less fortunate. So if you'd like to connect with me on that, let's talk. I hope this has been a valuable session. Give that some thought. Send me your thoughts and put that into your thinking this week. Okay? Lots going on. I know you're plenty busy. But look, this is exciting stuff. This is motivating. This is what makes you get up in the mornings on those days when you really don't want to. Find your passion. Build it into your business somehow. And you'll see that incredible things will happen for you and, more importantly, for others. Good luck this week. Ride hard. I'm Rich Allen. Talk with you next week. Take care.